go backstage now.
Creativity and impact.
We get set to introduce delegate number 1, Miss St. Andrew, Princess Felix, to perform her talent, a dramatic piece entitled Too Late.
Once again, our esteemed judges for this category is Mr. Ricardo Keynes Douglas, Mr. Selvon Ray, Miss Michelle Francis, Miss Aria Redhead, and Mr. Chris Edwards. And they will be looking for presentation, originality, execution, creativity, and impact.
So far, ladies and gentlemen, we had the swimsuit competition. We saw a very fiery costume competition, and now we get set for the talent category. We are ready to bring to the stage delegate number 1, Miss St. Andrew, Princess Felix, as she performs her talent, a dramatic piece entitled Too Late.
But we must let our viewers and listeners know you're following that contestant number 2 should be Miss St. Patrick. But as they've just announced on stage, she's had a medical emergency. So she's going to appear number 7.
So we just
the second contestant will move up. The third contestant, as Miss Carrie Coupé Martinique, she will now move up in her performing talent. And we will see Jermaine Laborde, Miss St. Patrick, at number 7. So let's just hope it's nothing serious. I'm sure probably put a little damper on some of the contestants as well.
She'll be up and running.
Let's see what Miss Carico, the cradle of our culture. We expect something exciting.
And we have her supporters right next to us. So we're getting all the excitement. The family
they put us outside. And I come with my shoulder outside. I didn't know I was coming outside.
Because
I put on a helmet.
Listen, I don't mind being outside
because you
want to know something. I'm also getting the energy of the crowd, as you can hear them in the back.
Yes.
You know, they're participating.
They are.
You know, they're ready for their contestants. You know. So let's see what comes up with Carico. No idea of what she's doing for talent. Do you have an idea?
Not a clue, but we'll see shortly.
We'll find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Miss Carico and Petite Martinique, Kadeja Bristol. And she will be performing for us a dramatic piece which involves storytelling, singing, and dancing with percussions.
All right, tonight we moonlight nice and bright tonight we time for a good story. Children, gather round, Sakit on Palelot, it's story time. Long ago, boy, when I was young, and anything at all go wrong, I used to run to my grandmother for she could help me, but oh brother, when she talk, it's only parables when she done. I ain't more trouble. I know it's good advice she giving, but what the devil she saying? A ounce of prevention better than a whole pound of cure do. Never trouble until trouble you. You scratch my back before yours get scratched. When you're drinking gasoline, don't eat much. Hey. All I remember when all of these small and all I used to run to all the grandmother for advice. And it's only a set of parables she talking in all her head. It's child, don't do that. Don't break stick in your ears. I'm warning you. And don't follow bad company. Company does bring you go. and they doesn't bring you back. By watch, these old people and them used to say all kind of thing, you know. But later on, it used to make a lot of sense. Boy, as for when moonlight bright and my granny sit down on the veranda and she calling, children, children, gather round, gather round. It's time for Nancy's story. And she start up with the Laja Bless and the Sukunya and the Mama Maladi. When she done, you holding your head and wow! You're afraid to use the pit latrine behind the house. But Arlo, there's one thing I like about my granny, and it's she the bad for she culture. When you hear marrying time come around, and she pick up she wedding cake, and she start to dance, it's open la la, it's we want it, open la la down there, open la la, it's we want it, open la la down there, open la la, it's we want it, open la la down there, open la la, it's we want it, open la la down there. And when you see she hear the sound of the big drum, and she start to kawe, is Anancio, Anancio, Ari Baba Nancio, Ari Baba Nancio, Ari Baba Nancio, Ari Baba Nancio, Ari Baba. But wait, it's like all of forgetting my grannies from the mainland too. And she tell me when she touched down on the land and she reached in the people's section, and they hang she a belle skirt. It's belle drama road, belle drama road. Amba Mario Galado, hear the 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 belle. Roll belle for Grenada, roll belle. Roll belle for Grenada, roll belle. Roll belle for Carriacou, roll belle. Roll belle for Carriacou, roll belle. Belle drama roll, belle drama roll. Amba Mario Galado, yeah the belle drama roll. Amba Mario Galado, yeah the belle. Phenomenal woman. But it's like I don't want to know how I know all this thing here. It's because I grew up with my granny. And she will tell me. Open la la, is we want it. Open la la down there. Open la la, we want. Open la la down there. Open la la, is we want it. Open la la down there. Open la la, we want. Open la la down there.
Let's hear it one more time for Miss Carriacou and Petite Martinique, Kadeja Bristol.
Thank you, Kadeja, Miss Carriacou and Petite Martinique, for bringing your culture to the competition. Let's hear it one more time for Miss Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to bring to the stage contestant number 4, Miss St. George, Katie and Thomas, to perform her talent. Her performance will center around her platform through dance.
I was born into a community where dreams are often killed before birth. A community where the bare minimum becomes the norm. And ambition is seen as arrogance. But I am the dream that entered this world, not to be defined by my community or the opinions of people who are not prepared to be a part of my journey to become the best version of myself. Every day I am fueled by venomous words that are launched at me to kill my passion, to break the stigma that nothing good can come from my home, my community, my Montu. I am the change. You can be that change. I am breaking free.
Life is like a big merry-go-round. You're up and then down, going in circles, trying to get to where you are. Everybody's been counting you out. Where are they now? Sitting in the same old place, just faces in the crowd. We all make mistakes. You might fall on your face.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Miss St. George, Miss KFC, bringing her beauty with a purpose initiative.
So welcome back. While we were away, we had the performances of Miss Carrie Coupé Martinique and now Miss St. George. Right? So what are your thoughts on Miss Carrie Coupé Martinique?
You know, I thought it was well delivered. You know, I thought that, you know, the concept, she stayed true to concept. You know, I loved her outfit, number one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Definitely. She did a very, very good job. I like the fact that we've now moved from talent into dance. I like the fact that Miss St. George stuck to her theme, which is about pulling yourself out of where you are to achieve so much more. So, you know, I like the direction the talent is going so far, and, you know, I'm looking forward to what comes next.
I thought Miss St. George, she really had masterful and passionate control in her performance, really and truly. And I thought it was a really sterling performance.
Most definitely, and there's, you know, there's more to come. So, you know, we just hit the tip of the iceberg. You know, I'm waiting to see what the other girls are going to bring.
Yes.
We've seen 2 pieces of drama so far. We've seen dance and, you know, some drama in the dance as well.
Yes.
You know, so let's see what comes next. You know?
Yeah. So it's all happening here. And our next contestant, Miss St. David, it is?
Miss St. David.
Yes. So we go stateside for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, performing her talent is Miss St. David, Jelena Mark. Her talent is a musical dramatic piece. This delegate will be telling a story using multiple drum instruments and drama. The name of her talent is Drums Rhapsody, Expressions of Hope. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss St. David, Jelena Mark.
I was enslaved, silenced by the ones set to entrap us in their roots, bound, battered, bruised, worked to the bone, in the roads where the blood kissed the cave. Yet, chains couldn't hold what was born in my name. I turned pain into power and sorrow into clay. Each whip crack wrote wisdom in my skin and taught me strength isn't sin. It's where I begin. Years of colonization, years of pain, transported to distant lands, like animals in shackles and chains, searching for the connections, the beats to endure our stay. All I want is a drum, a beat to honor my roots, the motherland, Africa.
This is the story, ladies and gentlemen, about two lovely white women coming all the way from themselves deep in the heart of the Balua in the Congo.
Nature's treasures, from the tumbling of the waves on the seashore, from the conch shell and its purpose was not to blow, from the chattering of the bamboos as it sways in the wind, from the clang of the bottles. These are the rhythms that resonate deep inside. Feel the rhythm!
pulse stronger than before, power surging, fire burning, waiting to be let out. A remembrance of what it used to be, a day to dance and shout, cultivated in nature's offerings, a rhythm so powerful, brought to the surface and ignited by the emotions of our ancestors.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Miss St. David, Jalina Mark.
What a dramatic performance on drums, indeed. And you call that resilience, Bev, resilience.
Performing talent number 4, Miss St. David. The people here seem to have enjoyed her performance.
And
Most
she certainly
definitely.
enjoyed her performance. I mean, there was a lot going on, and of course, you know, it all at the end made sense. But I think the audience connected with it based on the response that she received.
Yeah, I think she commanded the stage. She had charisma. She had presence. At the end there, you can see it didn't go exactly as planned, but she kept going. Because that's the thing. Nobody knows what you're going to do. So you don't stop because something has happened. You just keep going. And she was able to do that.
Yes. I think well executed.
Yeah.
And I saw she had mic problems very early on. And she grabbed the other mic, so she improvised.
Yes.
I think executed very well. Great performance. To me, very reminiscent of Odessa Merriman, National Carnival Queen from St. Mark. So the performance was very, very close to that. But even though being close, executed very, very well.
She put her own spin on it, you know, added her own element to it, and I think it.
For me, I just found that confidence and poise, it shone through the performance, despite whatever was going on.
And being able to improvise.
The confidence and the poise remained. Because there were many things happening.
You have to be quick on your feet. You have to be quick on your feet in
Yeah.
situations like this, because everything could fall apart if you're not.
You know, and even when you're judging, it's critical to look for those elements, because you have what you're you're looking for, but you're also looking to what the performer is doing on the stage and how they are overcoming things that are happening.
Exactly. We saw when Miss St. Andrew was performing, the breeze took her props and she improvised.
Correct.
You know, so sometimes I hope the judges understand the natural elements that
Always.
can sometimes affect a contestant and not penalize them
And
for it.
confidence is always in there. So you would hope that no matter what happens, that you still look at that and you look for that.
And we are definitely battling the element of rain tonight, and a lot of rain, But I think it's still not doing too much.
It looks like Beryl second cousins far removed.
That paying us a visit.
We're getting some rain and wind here at the stadium.
Listen, the talent keeps getting better and better. So I'm very excited about what comes on next. So now we go stage side. We're going to taking the talent segment from the representative from St. Mark.
You ever feel like you're drowning, but you're still smiling? You ever feel like the walls closing in, but you're still standing? You ever feel mashed up? I mean real mashed up, like them houses in Carriacou after burial? Me, I just wake up every morning, put on this face, this fake smile. People look at me and tell me, oh, you look good, girl, you're strong. But inside I'm bawling. Quiet like raindrops upon zinc roof in the night when nobody listening. My grandmother does tell me, make up your mind, pray about it. You're too soft and the best one, girl. You're crazy just like your father and the people and them. That my mother and them just say. But prayer can't silence the voices in my head. Can't hold me when I feel alone in a crowd. I'm tired of hide, tired of pretend, but balling up, but who really hearing? Who really seeing me? You ever feel like you're going mad? But when as soon as you open your mouth, people look at you as if you're haunted. Or worse, like you're weak. You see, this society, we can handle anything. We handle COVID-19. We handle a hurricane, even a revolution. But you see, mental health, no sir, that's taboo, just like granny underwear. I'll just be walking the street, you know what this girl them just be telling me? It's just stress, pray about it. Oh, you're too soft, man up. Oh, she depressed, but she young and pretty. Pretty don't mean happy. Pretty can't fix trauma. You ever see a pretty balloon? Watch it floating up all graceful. Then someone can easily come and poke it. Just like that. All joy gone. That's me. Pretty and poppable. But you see, we Grenadians, we masters of disguise, eh? We just put on big laugh to hide big pain. We just dance through grief, whine through heartbreak. We just drink rivers and coke as if it go wash shame away. But it's time we stop that. It's time we unmask. I can't say much more again. No, sir. It's time we stop shaming people for seeking help. You see, mildew, it has spread like rapid fire. 1 minute you're good, the next minute it stink up the whole place. I'm tired wearing this, you know. I'm tired hide. I'm tired bawling out and nobody hearing. I'm tired of pretending for people who wouldn't even realize if I disappear. So today, I unmasking, I healing, I'm feeling, I'm talking. And if you out there tired of pretending, let me tell you now, if nobody can handle your truth, tell them, step aside, mask done, carnival over.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's show some love for Miss St. Mark, Blossom George. Addressing a very important issue, mental health.
We want to thank you for sticking with us, and we get ready to welcome our next contestant on stage to perform her talent.
The next piece is a raw and urgent monopoetic drama that challenges society's narrow definitions of beauty, worth, and power. We get set to introduce our final delegate in this round of competition. Is it our final delegate, Neela? Oh, great. Our audience is paying attention. That's wonderful. We still have Miss St. Patrick to perform her talent. So we have a very attentive audience this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have the evening gown competition.
And interview.
That's right. And this will be a true showcase of intellect and poise.
Anybody from St. John in the building? The people of St. John, they're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to welcome on stage Miss Aliyah Knight, Miss St. John. She is proudly sponsored by De La Grenada Industries.
And I'm sure the judges have a very difficult task this evening in determining our new queen, 2025 National Carnival Queen.
Our audience are getting a little, the audience is getting a little impatient. But we want to ensure that the stage is set for Miss St. John. And now, ladies and gentlemen, performing her talent entitled Unbroken, a raw and urgent monopoetic drama that challenges society's narrow definitions of beauty, worth, and power. Let's welcome Miss De La Grenada Industries, Miss Aliyah Knight, Miss St. John.
You're not good enough. They'll laugh at you. Don't even try. Don't speak. Don't hope. What if they see me standing alone? What if they see me fail? My anxiety eats me alive in crowds. My self-doubt screams louder than the applause. Jason, no. Jason, stop. Stop, Jason. Leave me alone. I want to do it. Let me do it. What if they see me? What if they see me? Unlock the chains you put on me. Unlock
the chains you put on me. Unlock the chains you put on me. I come from a place that seems to be forgotten. Nothing could happen. Destroyed, rejected, drugged, neglected. They never said it to me directly, but I heard it in the way their eyes skimmed over me in the room. It's the way they said it. We don't carry that size here. You'd look so pretty if you lost a little weight. Lose some weight, girl. I said, lose some weight, girl. I am not your before picture. I am not your brave compliment. I am not an apology wrapped in a dress. I am the celebration. I said I am the celebration. Mommy, no. Why tonight, Mom? You got me alone. You bitch, you taking long to death? I will help you. I must kill you. Mommy? Mommy? They told me I took up too much space. So I decided to own that space. They thought I would walk with my head bowed. Now I bleed confidence on runways and this pageant stage. Too big to dance, they said. But I will dance with hurricanes and make the earth remember my name. My body is not a mistake. It is a map of survival. Beauty is not shrinking to make others feel comfortable. I was never meant to be small. And let me tell you, I don't apologize for it anymore. I'm big. In body, in mind, in attitude, and success. I am not society's idea of perfection. I am proof that beauty has no limits, that brilliance is not bound by body type, that worth is not measured by numbers on a scale. I am the storm the silence could not hold. I am the anthem of every woman told to tone it down. I am in full joy. I am plus size. I am powerful. And
That was Miss Aaliyah Knight. A very moving performance indeed. Neela, you heard that?
Anybody from St. John?
What a performance from Miss St. John. And of course, you can feel the excitement from the crowd. And I think they're all echoing our sentiment right now. Wow, what a performance, guys.
Listen, it was raw, it was real, okay? The message was so important.
Timely.
Okay? It was about a lot of the challenges she faced, you know, when deciding to compete in the competition. Because, you know, people sometimes are not nice, you know, and I like when you take those things and you make them your own, okay?
I mean, the relatability some of the things on stage, you know, it's not about me, but they have been said to me as well. So it made me a little emotional, you know, and it was just so beautiful. You know, weight and stigma discrimination is so prevalent, and all these unrealistic beauty standards that are attached to people, and the body shaming and the negative impact and the colorism and the, you know, and all of it. And Aaliyah just stripped it all apart.
And it felt raw. Wow. It felt authentic.
Yes.
It didn't feel rehearsed. It felt like it was somebody just speaking how they feel and how they relate to life.
Of her life, of her lived experiences. She shared it on stage.
And that is what you call talent.
That is it.
Very natural, very effective. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys, so far, that's the one to beat.
So far.
I have nothing to say.
You ain't gonna say that, but I'm telling you, so far, that's the one to beat.
She has ticked off the boxes.
And you know what I like about it? It's a contestant a lot of people underestimated.
Who did
and
that?
I love a lot of people did.
And
a lot of people did. And I like it when you take your adversity and you triumph with it.
Yes.
Okay, definitely
but
a brilliant
I just
performance.
love the authenticity. I just love how real and raw she got. And at the end of it, the confidence really shone through. Yes,
just
the confidence came through.
Beautiful, I mean, beauty in face and skin, and just beautiful young woman, you know. And it's really great that she got that big stage. You know how many young women looking on tonight at her, that she's inspiring, motivating, changing minds. Even some of the people who may have uttered the things that she mentioned as negative, they probably would like, shucks, I didn't know I impacted her that way. But sometimes people say things and they don't even understand, you know? But that was powerful. Yeah.
The originality of it. You know, we kept talking about talent and the drama. But when you really take something original and you own it, you can see the difference.
Absolutely.
Well, it's time to head stateside for a contestant from St. Patrick.
Miss St. Patrick is sponsored by Glen Elk Spring Water. We're getting ready to welcome Miss St. Patrick on stage in performing talent. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for Miss St. Patrick, Miss Jermaine Laborde.
I'm sorry, little me, for all I put you through, the pain I caused, the love I never drew, the blame I laid upon your chest, the shame I made you wear, self-disgust I fed your soul, so heavy, hard to bear. Please, forgive me. I told you you were much too loud, too ugly to be seen. Not enough. I'm weak. Those words were never yours. I just passed on what the world gave me. I'm sorry I believed those lies that hid your strength behind your cries, but now I see. You weren't too loud, not too ugly to be seen. You were rare, raw, everything fitting to be a queen. You, my love, were born to shine, to burst beyond each fragile line. Not just a face, but soul and fire. A force, a truth, a deep desire. I'm sorry, little me, I see. And now I vow to set you free.
Waiting for you. She craves attention, she praises an image she prays to be sculpted by the sculptor. Oh, she don't see the light that's shining deeper than the eyes can find it. Maybe we've made her blind, so she tries to cover up her pain and cut her woes away. 'Cause cover girls don't cry till their face is made. But there's a hope that's waiting for you in the dark. You should know you're beautiful just the way you are. You don't have to change a thing, the world could change its heart. No scars to your beautiful, stars on the beautiful. Nobody you than you that you are. Nobody you than you that you are. No better life than the life we're living. No better life than the life we're living. No better time for you shine, you're a star. No better time for you shine, you're a star. Beautiful, oh you're beautiful. Just the way you are. You don't have to change a thing, the world could change its heart. No scars to your beautiful, stars on the beautiful. My beautiful people, I love you. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. So beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, so beautiful.
You're beautiful, indeed. What a beautiful performance from Jermaine Laborde, Miss St. Patrick. Let's show some love for her resilience as well.
That was Miss St. Patrick, Jermaine Laborde, and of course she is recovering.
Well guys, the competition is truly on.
Yes.
Who knew? Jermaine, jazz singer, hello.
Yes. And of course, you know, she's still recovering from a little mishap earlier on.
Yes.
So it's just so awesome that amidst everything, and she's still able to come back on stage and give such a beautiful account of herself. You know, that alone is worthy of commendation.
Yeah, we were told it was Jermaine had an asthma attack, and so of course we have ambulance and doctors and everyone here on site, and that's why she had to switch from number 2 to number 7, just in case you're wondering. And I got a little nervous when I saw that smoke curtain.
Yes,
because I was like, you know,
it was a lot,
I'm like, okay, she just got nebulized. Let's keep the smoke away. But she did really good.
Listen, I'm so happy. The competition is alive.
Yes.
You know, talent at its best.
Yes.
You know, so, you know, definitely.
It was her delivery was so soulful and emotive.
Yes.
You know, and finesse. And it was awesome. Yeah.
You know, as you said, she seems to be a jazz singer.
Yes, it's there.
And that again is why I keep harping on the having the natural talent, finding something that you're good at, and expanding on it. And
absolutely.
And you said that at the beginning, you know, that natural talent really pushes you a far way into the competition.
It does.
You know, other than having to go and learn something.
Yes.
You know. Correct.
But
it was rather impressive.
Moving on nicely.
Yes.
We completed we completed the swimwear, the costume, and of course the talent. And getting ready for one of my favorite parts of competition.
Definitely one of my favorite parts as well. So I'm very excited to see, you know, what the girls are going to bring on stage. because it's always a challenge when you have to bring something different, because you're looking to wow the crowd. What can you bring different? So it challenges the designers, it challenges the girls to want to put on a
and that's
spectacle.
one of the things I always meant to ask you, as someone who designs, evening wear. As a designer, when you have a young lady, what comes to mind? What inspires you to design a particular dress or an evening gown for that person?
Well, it's a person's personality for me, okay? And sometimes girls will come to you and they have an idea, and sometimes they're not advised correctly. So sometimes, they have friends who tell a girl, you look good in that, but really and truly you ain't looking good in it. Or this is the color for you. So it is a combination in terms of a dialogue, feeling their personality, advising them of the best choice for them, their body type,
very important.
It's a work that we work together to create something.
And that's
you
important
create a vision and then you design.
Especially with our melanated skin color, with so many different colors shows up differently and and we have so many different hues. There's dark brown, light brown, in between.
And then when you're on an open stage like this, lighting is also important. The type of light that will make your crystals sparkle. If you don't have the right light to bring out it. So, there's a lot of technical stuff that goes into the presentation on stage other than just the design and fabric of the dress.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're definitely looking forward to that.
And of course, while they come on in their dresses, in their heads, they're thinking about their question. And what's going to happen, and it's the most nervous time. As I looked on St. Lucia's Carnival, I did do the interview at the top, and I really like that.
So you get it out of the way.
Get it out of the way.
Get it out of the way, and let the young woman just relax.
Because they carry this tenseness throughout the competition because they're anticipating the interview.
Pins and needles until that interview.
Listen, I see girls.
That's a fantastic idea.
Like I always have, and you're absolutely right. I always have to tell the contestant, listen, go on stage in your evening gown and work the evening gown. But a lot of them, they're carrying the baggage on stage with the question, and sometimes they think they're smiling and they're not smiling because their heads are about the question. So it's a brilliant idea to start the competition with, of course, the interview segment.
Out of the way, so that way they can free up, relax, and enjoy the show. Literally enjoy their performances.
You know what I also sort of remissing, that there was a pre-interview segment of the competition.
Yes, that is already been judged. Yes.
It's already been judged, and those points are going to be added to the final points here tonight. I would have liked to get a little clip of it to see how the girls did.
I think they're going to probably show a piece of I think.
Okay.
They did it last year.
Okay, well, most definitely, because I know those girls backstage right now, they're nervous. They're thinking, okay, what are the topics they could have? They would have some rehearsed things in their heads, but they don't know what's coming, so the nerves are on high.
During their interviews, especially when they went to sit with Aruna, I found they spoke off the cuff.
And they were natural.
As I said, they didn't sound rehearsed. They didn't sound cliche. They sounded like they were thinking.
Because they had no idea what I was going to ask them.
They were just talking. So that gives me a level of intelligence and confidence, and they're bright. So whatever comes tonight, they should be able to.
And the good thing about it is it's one of the elements that the Queen Show Committee focuses on. So they have people meeting with them and helping them answer questions and helping them think outside the box. And that's why I say you're taking part in the Queen Show tonight, but you take those skills with you throughout life.
But of course, look at our ambassador, and I'm sure she's looking on tonight. Her Excellency, Ambassador Yolande Smith, Carnival Queen 1990. Who? Somebody. One of the greatest diplomats, at the OAS. Those things, those skills are transferable. Those are skills for life, Yeah.
And I've been blessed to see two queens tonight. Two former national queens, Ashida Charles, and then what was her name? She's a doctor. I'm missing her name.
Nakita
from St. Patrick as well.
Yes.
So
Nakita was an awesome queen.
Yes, as well as Ashida.
Beautiful.
So you have the former queens in the house as well.
Oh, Ashida tore the house down.
I remember that very well. So definitely the experience takes you beyond Majestic Thursday.
Beyond. Surely does.
So let's see what's in store for these young ladies.
Pardon?
Yes. No, so let's see what's in store for these young ladies after the carnival.
I know you can't wait to see evening wear.
Yes.
No, she's been talking about that since the beginning.
Yes, I can't wait to see
So definitely.
Let's hope their conversation pieces.
Yes.
You know? So I'm hoping to see a lot of local designers. I know some of the girls have opted for regional designers as well.
Yes.
You know, so I'm really hoping to see a bevy of beauty, skill, craftsmanship on the stage tonight.
Yes.
And of course, you know, before I go, I want to shout out the pageant gurus. Shemba, he's on the live.
Chantel.
And of course, Chantel Kebune is on the live. We want to say a special good evening to both of you.
Yes.
And they're keeping us entertained with the updates as well.
Of course, they're in the comment section.
And all of you who are watching from wherever you are in the world and you couldn't be here with us, we hope that we're doing justice, bringing the ambiance because we're outside. We're really outside, eh?
Yeah, we're outside.
Right? And you know, it's beautiful. We've had a mixture of rain, moonlight, it's all happening, but it's really beautiful. And we're sorry you couldn't be here in person. But it's a good time to try and look for your flight home next year. Don't miss it.
It's gonna be fantastic.
Most definitely.
Thank you, Marcus Smith. Let's make some noise for young talent on steel drums. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we get ready to welcome on stage the Spice Land Dancers doing a piece entitled You Can Soar, a tribute to the 7 beautiful delegates who will soon grace the stage for their final performance. Let's welcome Spice Land Dancers.
I'm one of the greatest of them all. Even when my faith is shaken, I still stand tall. There ain't no mountains too hard to climb. Even when my wings are broken, I still can fly. I still can fly. Among the giants, greatest of them all. Even when my faith is shaken, I still stand tall. There ain't no mountains too hard to climb.
Let's show some love to the Spiceland dancers performing You Can Soar, a tribute to the 7 beautiful delegates who are now preparing for their final judged category.